Vucevic tap to White, trying to extend the run. Kobe White!
Meet me at the rim and don't be late.
Savage Sports fan, please like, share, subscribe. We're a new channel trying to get it up and going. New subscribers, thanks for the love and support. Hit the bell notification, drop a comment, hit a video. Let's get right to it. Listen, shout out to Doc Rivers. He took over that job with the Milwaukee Bucks. Doc is from the west side of Chicago. I got to go show love to Doc. He gets to stop Nick Nurse from Philly, who took his old job every year from going to the finals. Man, the Eastern Conference of the NBA is the best reality show going. But anyway, listen, all you Coach Prime lovers. I'm a big Deion Sanders fan. You know what I'm saying? I love what he did with Colorado. But leave it up to Deion. Leave it up to Deion. Coach Prime is bringing his I don't want to say failed, his unsuccessful relationship situation into the classroom with the young men over at Colorado. If you did not know, Colorado had its first team meetings with the students, the team a few days ago, and he talked about his failed relationship with Tracey. He didn't call that name out, but he talked about the lack of communication amongst loved ones, family, friends, long-term partners, i.e. Tracey Edmonds. They were together for 12 years. If you didn't know who Tracey Edmonds was, Deion was, they were scheduled to be engaged. I don't know how many years they were engaged, but I know they were together as a couple for 12 years. And it abruptly ended right before Christmas last year, right before the Christmas gifts needed to be exchanged. Their relationship ended. So here we are, 30 days later. About 30 days later, it's a new year, new energy, new vibe, and Tracey is not by his side. You feel me? So listen, Deion, primetime, Coach Sanders. You got to understand, Deion brought Brittany Griner over to speak to the college kids over at Jackson State University when he was down there teaching in Mississippi. Brittany Reiner. You need to Google who that is. We know who Brittany Griner is. That's the situation that was over in Russia, and we brought her back home safely. But Brittany Renner, I stand corrected, Brittany Renner was brought in by Coach Prime, which he later admitted it wasn't a good look. He should have did that, but he wanted the students to get a first-hand account of what it's like to deal with a female like that. Now, I am no means comparing Brittany with Deion's ex. And now he did not bring Tracey back to talk to the team, but he spoke about the shortcomings, the issues, the lack of communication. Don't be like him. He used it as a teaching moment like the great Coach Prime has always, done in the past. It should not be a shock that he would do it in the current present right now, in the current state, to say, listen, don't make the mistakes I made. Make sure you pay attention to your family and friends. So the Tracey Edmonds effect, yes, is officially being talked on campuses. You know what I'm saying? Campuses and universities are not only, seeing that beautiful face of hers, they're finding out he's letting them know behind the scenes. He's bringing the curtain up. He's bringing that curtain up to say, hey, listen, if you got one like this, if you got something close like this, if you got 150% like this, communication is important. And it's no better way to get a young man's attention when you're talking about a pretty woman, especially one that got away. One that got away, one that could be there today, but, she flew away. So life goes on. So I am not mad at Coach Prime for bringing that front and center, because I know it's going to be a lot of new, fresh players there, but it's going to be some holdovers. And I know it's going to be some of those holdover coaches, too, that's going to be like, man, what happened? I kind of want to know, what's going on with Coach Prime? He couldn't keep the lady by his side. He couldn't do this. So he went on like Coach Prime do, brought it on out. And I think he was talking to some of his staff members, too. Not just the young, college kids. Going to have everybody screaming their name in the stands. I think Deion was talking to a lot of his staff members. Make sure you take care of home. I know this is a high-pressure situation. I know all eyeballs on you, but make sure the communication is tight at home. Now, let's bring that to the field also. Take that communication that you ain't giving, and you need to step it up. We need to make sure the line of communication between student athlete and coaching staff is intact. So I like that transition. I like that transition from coach. Hey, we got to do it. Hey, we might as well talk about it before the blog, before Savage Sports Fan talk about it. All the people in the comments talking about it. Deion beat you to the punch. Like, hey, I see they talking about my love life. Let me go ahead and get on out here. But I want to hear about that new thing. But, I like Tracey. Hey, she's still aging like fine wine. But, hey, man, out with the in with the new. We need to just post photos every day of the new thing Tracey that Deion is communicating with. Let me stop. But anyway, do you think it's a bad look? Drop a comment. I don't think it's a bad situation for a coach to openly talk about his quasi-personal public life to his staff and students. Some people may have a problem with that. Some people might say, well, if he was married, that would be a better teaching moment to say, he'll be talking about his wife. Yes, that's true. He was engaged. He did have aspirations to walk her down the aisle. Unfortunately, she cut that. She cut the cords to that. She cut the umbilical cord to that. So drop a comment. Is it a bad thing? I think anytime you have an opportunity to kind of like capitalize and educate the masses, especially if they're in your presence, go ahead and do so. Go ahead and do so. Deion haters are going to just go out here and do what they do anyway. So we can't let them do that we can't worry about what they're doing on the other side. But from our situation, this is a Coach Prime network and we riding with Coach Prime. I don't think it's a bad thing for him to let everybody know, hey man, it didn't work out. And it might be my fault. And it could be yours too. But let's not let that distract us from the work we got to do on the field. It's still games to be played. College football cannot come fast enough. You know what I'm saying? So let's make sure that communication is all day, every day, twice on Sunday, even though we play on Saturday and sometimes on a Friday. And by we being Colorado, they want us prime time. Prime time, we gotta carry college football like we did the first 5, 6, 7 weeks of last season. So the communication's got to be tight on everybody. All these coaches, all these players, the communication talk. We just saw what happened with the Milwaukee Bucks. They fired a coach that was 30-13, and one might argue the communication between the star player Giannis and the head coach just didn't vibe. It just didn't vibe. So you know what? The front office said, this ain't going nowhere. We need to cut this off. This marriage needs to end early. Throw in the towel early. Let's get his replacement, Doc Rivers, out here. And everybody, not saying it, that's, different doesn't mean better all the time, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm a Doc Rivers fan. Just because you got a different coach, that don't mean it's going to be a better situation. I just thought I'd throw that out there. But back to the communication situation. It could work for you, work against you. So, nevertheless, this is Savage Source Fan. Drop a comment. It's raining out here on the West Coast. The weather's horrible. We not snowed in, but it feels like we in Seattle every day. Everybody getting rained on bad. It's cold. It's nasty. Tomorrow's a run day. Listen, we ain't even 30 days into the new year yet. So I hope y'all haven't given up on your goals yet. It's not. The gyms now are already empty. It's not just because of the rain. They gave us a good solid 10 days at the gym. And now the gyms are back to being the gyms. Ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody at the gym. I mean, it's a few people, but all the people that they gave in on their goals already 3 weeks into the year. But anyway, I hope that's not you. Drop a comment. Let us know what your goals are. Whatever you got to say, drop a comment, like a video, share a video. But the Tracey Edmonds effect, is still being mentioned. And we in the new year at colleges and universities. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Shout out to Coach Prime. I'm wishing for them to have the best. I want all the communications to be top flight with everybody. But the Tracey Edmonds effect is still being taught. A pretty wife, a pretty wife. I mean, man, Lord, everybody like pretty things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. So everybody be safe, be sound, get that water, drink that water, get that love inside your body. Get that fruit inside your body. Get out, stretch. Even if you can't get out and move around, walk up and down the stairs. Get you a jump rope. They got them on Amazon. Go find you somewhere and get you some movement. All the people watching us in Baltimore, Detroit, Chicago. The weather's not great. Toronto, I love you, my second home. The weather, the snow. Get out. Hey, do some jumping jacks. Do a 30 for 30. 30 jumping jacks, 30 squats, 30 high knees, 30 push-ups. Do 3 rounds of that. You'll be okay. Come on back, like a video, share, subscribe. But hey, get that water up in your system. And it's a great day to be alive. Until next time, I'm out.